Hey fellow travelers! Welcome back to Amazing Europe. Today, we will be looking at the top 10 friendliest and most hospitable countries in Europe according to foreigners who have moved there. This list was compiled by InterNations, the largest global expat network. Every year, they create the Expat Insider, a report that gives voice to thousands of immigrants worldwide and shares their experiences living in the country that welcomed them. However, it should be noted that InterNations did not rank all nations, but only those with higher levels of immigration for work-related reasons. And stay with us until the end, if you don't want to miss the final bonus. Alright, let's get started. Number 10. France. Despite being ranked 10th among the friendliest countries in Europe by Expat Insider, France falls in the middle of the global rankings. Contrary to some misconceptions, it appears that the French are actually friendlier towards foreign residents. However, the report highlights a significant challenge: the language barrier. Over the past decade, expats consistently ranked France among the bottom 10 countries when asked about the ease of living without speaking French. In 2023, more than half of them find it challenging to live in France without a good grasp of the local language, compared to only 32% worldwide. This creates an issue as only 35% state that learning French is easy, compared to 40% globally. A British immigrant shares their experience. I have made several attempts to speak French with French people who claim not to understand me. It seems my pronunciation is imperfect, hindering communication. Number 9. Finland. Finland also appears in the middle of the InterNations global list. Finland truly seems to be the most welcoming country in Northern Europe. Needless to say, it ranks high in the Quality of Life Index, especially in the subcategories of safety and environment, but it also performs well in culture and welcome. The somewhat sorrowful aspect is that making friends with Finns doesn't seem particularly easy for expatriates in this Scandinavian country, but it's nothing compared to other Northern European nations, as we have seen in the video about the top 10 most unwelcoming European countries. Number 8. Italy. A few steps higher on the global scale in the ease of settling in category, we find the country of pasta and pizza. Speaking of this, 80% of immigrants in Italy report being happy with the quality and variety of the cuisine, and 72% with the culture and nightlife. When it comes to relationships, Italians fare better than Finns, but we are still slightly above the global average in all subcategories, with culture and income ranking higher. The sore point that all immigrants complain about is the slow, cumbersome, and challenging Italian bureaucracy. Number 7. Turkey. Almost on par with Italy, just one step above, we find Turkey. Among the three subcategories, culture and welcome, local friendliness, and finding friends, local friendliness slightly performs better. However, what stands out is that Turkey turns out to be one of the places in Europe where immigrants are struggling the most. This is not so much due to the relationships they may have with Turks, which apparently are not bad, but rather due to the low level of safety in the country and, above all, the very low quality of work opportunities that Turkey provides. Number 6. Malta. Once again, even though we are in 6th place at the European level, we are still just above the halfway mark in the global ranking. Among the three subcategories, Malta seems to perform better in finding friends. Among the nations we've seen so far, it is definitely the easiest place to make friends. However, it doesn't fare so well in the local friendliness index. It seems that there are some issues with the initial approach in relationships. Where Malta really struggles is in the quality of life, especially in the subcategories of leisure options and environment and climate. Number 5. Cyprus. Finally, there is a decisive leap forward with the splendid island of Cyprus. The inhabitants should be proud not only of their history and nature but also of the fact that the island's immigrant workers seem to have found quite welcoming and friendly people. In fact, Cyprus performs well in all three subcategories of the ease of settling in index, thus improving the average among European nations. However, where it seems to struggle significantly is in the indicators related to work, especially the subcategories of career prospect, salary and job security, and finally work culture and satisfaction. Number 4. Ireland. Just one step above, we find the wonderful Ireland. It is well known for the warm hospitality of its people, which seems to be confirmed by foreigners who have moved there for work. The career prospects are also very promising. Ireland stands as a country experiencing economic growth. Needless to say, Ireland also performs very well in the Environment and Climate Index, perhaps more for the environment aspect than for the climate. However, the indices related to healthcare and housing are disastrous. Number 3. Portugal. If the condition of immigrants in Portugal were to be summarized, this sentence would be perfect: a great quality of life but poor job opportunities. Portugal, in fact, has very high scores in various categories such as leisure options, safety and security, and environment and climate. However, things change when it comes to work, especially regarding career opportunities and the bureaucracy experienced in this country. But these negative aspects are also well balanced by the tremendous hospitality of the Portuguese people. An immigrant from Ireland says, "Even though I have limited Portuguese language skills, the locals are friendly and accepting." Number 2. Spain. Next to Portugal, both geographically and on the InterNations ranking, we find Spain. This nation ranks first in Europe when it comes to quality of life, especially in the leisure options index. It doesn't fare as well concerning work, particularly in the salary and job security index. However, just like the Portuguese, what makes this country appreciated by foreigners living in it is the warmth of its inhabitants. 80% of immigrants say they feel at home in Spain, warmly welcomed and integrated by the local population. Before revealing the number 1 and the final bonus, if you found this video interesting, we invite you to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to enable all notifications. Number 1. Greece. Here we are, at the most welcoming nation in Europe, at least according to the Expat Insider 2023. Greeks are described as very warm and friendly. Many expatriates say that making friends with them is easy. However, it's true that many of them point out the language as the primary obstacle. Greek is a wonderful language, but quite different from the languages of other European countries, which are mostly of Latin or Anglo-Saxon origin. Nevertheless, immigrants feel welcomed and well integrated into the island's culture. The most challenging aspect, however, remains finding work. It's difficult to find a job in Greece, says a Ukrainian immigrant. But this doesn't seem to diminish the love that immigrants have for this marvelous country. Here is the list of the 10 friendliest European countries. Now we are truly curious to hear about your experience. Are you a foreigner living in one of these countries? Or perhaps it's your home country? Is the ranking made by InterNations accurate or unfair? Let us know in the comments. And now, as promised, the final bonus. Do you know which country is considered the friendliest in the world, according to Expat Insider? It's Mexico. Mexico appears to be truly loved by immigrants who move there. It is described as a place where making friends is extremely easy. An expatriate from the Netherlands states, "If you are willing to learn the language and adapt to the local culture, this is the best country to live and work in." Indeed, expats have consistently enjoyed the local friendliness, particularly towards foreign residents. 74% of immigrants say that it is easy to make friends with locals, compared to a global average of 43%. It is true that they notice some safety issues, but overall, immigrants' judgment of this country is positive. A New Zealander affirms, "Mexico is a very happy country. The people are helpful and friendly, and they celebrate everything." If you enjoyed this video, we recommend the one about the 10 most unwelcoming European countries and the one about the 10 happiest European nations. As soon as they are ready, you will find them on this page. Well, that's all for this video. See you next time.